Welcome to Intuitive Eternal Lights. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're coming back to this channel, thank you for your time. We really appreciate it. Now, this is a 12 sign love compatibility for the sign of Cancer. When you first meet a Cancer woman, you're going to find out that she is a little bit flirtatious, but it's really hard to spot because it's done in a quiet way. She's not real flamboyant, but rather gentle, and she is very romantic. Now, she's a little bit old-fashioned, but that's a bit of who she is and part of her charm. She's very romantic, and there's two things that she wants more than anything, and a lot of people want these two things, and that's love and security. But she offers undying loyalty, and she is going to make you feel secure. And she's going to make sure that you know that she only has eyes for you. Now, if you betray her, that's going to be devastating for her. And it's going to take a very long time to forgive. But she may never forgive you completely. She may let it go on the surface, but deep down inside, she's going to be always afraid of being hurt again. She likes to keep old letters, and she likes to stay in touch with friends. And she's devoted to her mate and her family completely. She's very seductive, but it's done very sweetly. This is a woman that he'll carry around in a hidden locket in their minds. Let's get to know the Cancer man. Now, this person is very devoted. And if you're the kind of person that wants to be pampered and looked after and having constant devoted companion, then Cancer is the one for you. Because this is a sensual man. And he's not going to come at you directly. He is the kind that's going to bring you the flowers, going to play you the music. This type of man is very intuitive and can go right into your heart and find out what you really need. And he's very happy to provide it for you. He really is not a person that can stand rejection. He falls in love easily. And he can be a daydreamer. He's very imaginative, so anything can set him off into some type of a daydream. Your cologne, or a scarf that you left behind, or anything like that. He likes to fantasize about the future. And like I said, he likes to work up this whole romantic scenario out of very little material. But this can be a bad thing if he becomes jealous, because he has to know that his mate is going to be faithful at all times, and he demands total fidelity because, of course, anything else is going to be a threat to the stability and the security that the Cancer man needs. Now, the Cancer male is very affectionate, and he doesn't want a bevy of women. He's good with one woman, one good woman. And that's all he wants. He wants a faithful companion. And when it comes to lovemaking, it's best for him for it to happen on a whim. He's very expressive and he has a lot of empathy. And like I said, he's very instinctive in understanding the human heart, especially if it's in pain or if you're hurting. He can actually feel your emotions and he can sense your problems. And he'll go to any lengths to be there for you and to please the object of his desire. And he'll definitely spoil you outrageously if you give him the chance. Cancer and Aries. Now, this combination is very flammable. The sparks are there, but they'll die out very quickly because Cancer is too jealous of Aries' roaming eye, and Aries likes to be out and about and do things, where Cancer is more of a homebody and wants to just sit around and watch a movie and, you know, be romantic with you, where Aries is, I want to do this and I want to do that, and they like to have a lot of fun and they like to spend a lot of money, and Cancer likes to keep their money. So right there is a huge problem for them to overcome if they do wish to stay together. Aries really needs the freedom to explore the world, and Cancer wants to protect the person that they love. And Aries can find that kind of too claustrophobic for them. If you're really set on this relationship, Cancer and Aries have two very different outlooks on life. And if they manage to embrace these differences, then they can look at their relationship as a platform to grow as individuals. And they can make an unbreakable bond and a beautiful life together. But they must be ready to accept each other. And if they try to change each other's way of life, the effects could be very harmful to the relationship. The best way for this relationship to work out would be if they are both committed and devoted to each other, and if they're serious about each other and are willing to invest as much as possible into their bond. And this will make this relationship work. Because Aries brings the social world into their relationship, and Cancer works hard to make their home happy and a healthy place. How to spot an Aries. You can spot an Aries easily because they're going to be high-spirited folks that speak loudly and with a lot of excitement. And it's easy to see them talking about something or someone that sets their heart on fire, and their eyes will light up. They carry themselves with a purpose, and it's hard for others not to notice them when they walk into a room. They're very strong and dynamic, and they have this energy that is very, very unique. Their physique truly stands out because they have strong brows and an angular chin, and they'll wear like a lot of bold outfits, and Your style is edgy and experimental, like they are. Cancer, Aries, sexuality, this combination is the best part of this relationship if they can make it work, because the water can put out Aries fire. And so if they can figure out a way to be open and figure out what their preferences are, then they can have a fun sex life. And Aries will introduce them to new things. But Cancer only feels the need for sex when in love and with their partner. So it's critical to the success of the relationship, because Cancer is content at being alone until falling in love. And unless Cancer finds that person, their forever match, this sign may remain alone for most of their life. And Aries, it may take you a long time to woo this Cancer, because they are going to want friendship first, then love, and then finally sex. And in conclusion, this Cancer-Aries relationship can be a good friendship, but marriage, love, and sex are not in the horoscope for these two zodiac signs. Taurus and Cancer. I feel that this combination is very, very good combination, because they both need security and they both love the sense of being at home. They both have a loving, affectionate, and passionate desire to be in each other's arms. And Cancer adds a dash of excitement and imagination to Taurus's otherwise approach to sex. Taurus is possessive and just fine with clinging on to Cancer. And both are good money makers, and together they enjoy their home and their family. And Taurus likes being cared for, and Cancer loves doing it. So this is great for each other. Taurus is good for Cancer's moodiness, and one needs the other supplies. As lovers, there is no better connection than these two. These signs are two spaces apart in the zodiac chart, and they can be extremely tight with each other. And love is the air for the Cancer and Taurus signs, because these two ground each other in the most intimate ways. And the bull is stable and secure in their life work, where the crab people, they seek relationships with these signs because they want security and they want to stay at home and spend time with each other more than anything else. And as a love match and as a pair, this pair is quiet and often speak without really speaking out loud. They just can glance over and know what each other is thinking. Now, Cancer and Taurus, they both communicate with the body, and more than they do verbally. And many people find this pair interesting because how well they understand each other. Now, in bed with Cancer and Taurus, they have to remember that they have to work together because they're so emotionally different. And they're both the happiest when they can just lay around in bed together and be with each other, whether it's sexual or not. And Taurus has to understand Cancer's need for their partner to hear them. And Taurus should also take note to be more accepting of Cancer's ideas when they offer up ways to spice up things in the bedroom. Now, these two are water and earth signs, so they do nourish each other. Cancer offers water to the earth sign of Taurus, and this has given them what they need in love, sex, and friendship, and most likely in trust and in family life. Now, the sexual compatibility of these two signs are excellent. As long as they can keep the trust there, then it's good. So whether these are friends or lovers, this relationship is very intense, and they're both attracted to each other, and this is an incredible match. If you're looking to spot a Taurus, look for their broad shoulders and a large forehead. Also, they have a dewy complexion, and their physical features are a dead giveaway. Taurus people usually have extremely expressive eyes, and they may be brown or hazel, and adding to like a earthy type of charm. And they usually have thick, luscious hair, and it's a source of pride for them. So you'll often see them changing their hair quite often. And Taurus individuals may have a natural beauty about them, especially about their hair. And they usually like classic hairstyles that suit their grounded nature. Now, their skin is typically healthy and radiant, and it can give like a, it looks to be very smooth and even tone. And this reflects their inner self of balance and harmony. And they usually have a natural glow to their skin. Also, the neck and throat area is considered sensitive spots for most Tauruses. And they tend to have a strong, well-proportioned neck. And this can be a source of part of their attraction. And they like to wear a lot of necklaces and accessories that draw attention to this area. They like earthly colors, and they're drawn to earth tones like greens, browns, and neutrals. And they're featured prominently in their wardrobe. And they prefer clothing that is comfortable and practical. And one of the most defining things that you'll notice about a Taurus is their grace. They move with a natural rhythm, and this carries them. And they have a certain elegance about them. Cancer and Gemini. Although the sexual energies are very well matched between these two, Cancer is going to have a hard time adjusting to Gemini's playful, nonchalant attitude towards love. Possessive Cancer is going to try to keep Gemini at home and in bed, and Gemini is not going to go for that. Gemini's sparkle immediately intrigues Cancer, but Cancer can't find security in this fickle fly-by-night Gemini, because Cancer's nature is emotional and Gemini is cerebral, and it makes it difficult for them to understand each other. If these two signs compromise with each other, then they can work well together, because they like to be goofy with one another, and they do have opposing strengths that can make them a good pair. And for instance, like Cancer can enjoy Gemini going for long outings as long as Gemini throws in some intimate time for them. Gemini likes change, but Cancer prefers stability and quiet time at home, where Gemini loves to go out and have fun, and this can be the hard part of the relationship. Sex for this couple can be very intoxicating. Gemini stays home to surprise their mate with fireworks, and the crab is very sensual, where Gemini is unpredictable. But they can clash. But when they get into sync, it could be an extraordinary time for both of them. Gemini has to let Cancer get their feelings out when they have something on their mind before they're ready to be intimate with Gemini. And Cancer has to learn how to have a little bit of fun and let go of their daily responsibilities and the bills and etc. But Cancer really wants stability and trust, because they are loyal, and once you give them a reason to feel like they are not getting the same respect, this is going to be hard for them to overcome. And Gemini can be flirty, and this can spark arguments and seeds of resentment, because this water sign is loyal to the end, and there's no wavering with this sign. So Gemini has to figure out how to calm them down when they're in this mindset, and that's the hardest part of this relationship. This could be a beautiful couple, but they need to compromise and talk through their problems. But they can have fun together. And when they give each other space to chill out when issues come up, this pair will have a better chance at surviving. How to spot a Gemini. Geminis usually have strong shoulders and a lean appearance. They have usually straight hair, light colored eyes. Their hair is fine though. Long legs and arms, longer torso. They may be tall, but not all of them. Geminis are chameleons of the zodiac signs, and they're always changing and readjusting their personalities to fit whoever or wherever they are. Gemini's face is pleasantly proportioned and symmetrical and very balanced, and that's to their twin duality. And their features can be chiseled or soft, but are always luminescent, with a bright glowing curiosity to their childlike aura. Their eyes are going to reflect the spirit, and oftentimes are crystalline in color with long lashes. They do have expressive eyes, and they're known to curve into an almond-like shape. But their biggest personality, and the thing that you'll notice the most, is their smile or their mouth. And it's usually very, very beautiful. And the teeth are usually very straight. Geminis look best in yellow and gold and light green. Twins are also known for their sporty, athletic style. And they don't have a problem rocking the sneakers or chic athletic wear. Cancer and Cancer. these guys can make a great couple, and they have a lot in common. And that can be trouble in a lot of ways, but it also can be very good because they know how to communicate with each other. And when they are both moody, they can understand each other's moodiness and help each other grow through a trying time for themselves. And they can wound each other without even trying because both are very sensitive and sometimes can become too demanding or too dependent on each other. And they can be obsessive, and this obsessiveness is very emotional. And they both have needs for enormous amount of attention and coddling and reassurance. And sometimes they may resent each other for not giving enough. Now, they're central bedmates and they have erotic imaginations, and it can be sparked by each other, but that's not enough sometimes. Cancer and Cancer are always there for each other, putting affection and friendship and encouragement for each other. And they're both ready to protect one another from harm or grief from the world. And as a couple, they may form, or they may be inclined to look out for others around them and put all their emotions into their closest relationships. Now the moon governs Cancer, and so they'll have a lot of mood swings, and they're going to be able to understand one another's psychological circumstances. And this is very positive. And in the relationship, they'll have basic values and complete mutual understanding. Cancer and Cancer is incredibly dedicated and committed couple. Now, this deep devotion they have to one another will also bring both of them considerable pleasure and happiness. And this pair is devoted and accommodating and understanding of each other's requirements. They're both focused on building a great household and a real family situation. When it comes to sex, these two are very attracted to one another, and they have a blast after they become attached to each other. And they never look back or pause midway of their relationship. And they have all that a Cancer looks for in their partner. Cancers find it simple to become infatuated with other Cancers because they're so similar. They like the same things. The only negative thing about their physical connection is they may suffer from being overly protective because they're always yearning for safety. And they cling to their mate very firmly. They're very sympathetic and sensitive to each other. And they like the little things in life. When it comes to sex and intimacy, Cancer is a master of achieving it with the right person, because Cancer wants that right person and will truly wait for that right person. And once they find each other, they will reach for each other's deepest emotional core within their sex life. Cancer more likely will not initiate sex, but for a healthy sex life, they need to be strong and show the strength. This could lead to their emotional relationship blossoming but no sexual chemistry between them. Now, Cancer and Cancer could be a good thing because they both don't need much experience in their sexual encounters. This gives them a chance to base their sex life exclusively on their emotions. This could be boring from the perspective of other zodiac signs, but they really don't care because they get the confirmation and the love that they need through this physical contact. They're fine sitting at home watching TV. But the only thing about that is that they can get complacent. And two Cancer partners, they don't have a problem to share any type of activity, but they could realize that they have a problem starting one. So while the relationship is new and everything is exciting, they'll share a lot of ideas and they could talk forever with each other. And after a while, the same routines are going to weigh all this out. And they may find themselves in a stagnation, not moving at all, just because of their passive natures. And they have the tendency to spend a lot of cozy nights at home. The two Cancer partners, they both have very mellow natures and they feel a lot of compassion for each other, and that makes them a great candidate for marriage, children, and the whole picket fence. Their sex life and their shared activities could suffer a little bit because of lack of initiative and energy of movement, because they could both end up in a boring everyday routine in which they only come home and sit in front of the TV and they don't really get out and about and socialize with friends, and this could lead to, like I said, stagnation. So it's important for them to have a lot of surprises and activities and build a physical relationship as well. But if they're willing to work on this and work on their shortcomings, this relationship could be very wonderful. Now, if you're looking to spot a Cancer with a Cancer rising, these features tend to mimic the moon, and they have very round, soft, and very comforting eyes and face and smile. Their eyes are often round and deep, and this sign is known for having a large chest area. Now, Cancer comes in strong as one of the most attractive zodiac signs, and they are very exquisite and attractive. They are usually poets, dancers, musicians, and painters. And their features are often perfectly sculpted with amazing hair. Cancer and Leo. Cancer needs to get used to Leo's exuberant personality. They're very extroverted and they like to be out and about, and they're very generous and open-hearted. And Cancer likes the strong Leo because they're very insecure, and that's exactly what they're looking for. Now, Cancer has great intuition and can handle this flamboyant Leo. There's a lot of admiration and a lot of flattery between these two. Admiration and flattery are what that Leo needs for you to keep them purring and coming back. Leo is very dominant in the bedroom and is a little forthright for Cancer. our little shy Cancers, our Cancers may be shy for the very domineering Leo. But Leo's very sunny disposition is very wonderful for Cancer's moodiness. Now, the Cancer woman could regret Leo's arrogance, and the Leo man could prove to be overly generous for the Cancer woman's comfort because she's threatened by his showy ways, and insecurity abounds, but the attraction is undeniable. Sexually, this match can be dramatic and bold. The Leo man will love performing in bed for his Cancer woman, and in turn, she'll provide all the physical affection he craves to promise and an encore presentation. A Cancer man and a Leo woman. Now, the Leo woman wants respect and has a great deal of pride, and she can be arrogant, whereas Cancer man is very passive and sensitive. His emotional nature and his receptiveness may be too weak for a strong lion. And if the Cancer man doesn't mind taking a backseat to the Leo woman, then they'll enjoy passionate sex with her. If she allows him to please her, she'll appreciate his love-making skills, but never admit how much of a hold he truly has on her. Now, the Cancer and Leo may be exclusively at a gallery or even a grand opening with an artist, and they like a romantic dinner afterwards. And this is going to be enjoyed by both Cancer and Leo. They both love quiet dinners and celebrations. Leo will put Cancer on the spot with questions that are actually a screening test. So don't act or be a show-off. Leo just wants to know his potential love relationship right away. Cancer often has an instant like or dislike and is usually right about their initial feelings. Now, Cancer is physical and warm and responsive in the bedroom and can be dominant or submissive. And Leo has a strong sex drive and like to engage in games and role-playing. Now, the most erogenous zone for Cancer is their chest, while Leo loves their back being rubbed. Cancer and Leo like everything that seduces the sensual senses in the bedroom. Candles, soft music, flowers, and perfumes are their favorite. Relationship between these two lovers can work with some effort and adjustments. Now, if you want to spot a Leo, they're very easy to spot because they command your attention and they draw praise and admiration naturally. It's just how that proud cat rolls. Leos are very attractive because they love looking good. They love being pampered and glamorized. Now, Leos are known to be very regal, and they usually have beautiful hair, and they're known to carry themselves with such grace that you'll think they are wearing a crown. Leos have a natural flair for style and love to be in the spotlight, but at the same time, they're very conscious of how they look. So they take a lot of time and effort into maintaining a fashionable and glamorous image. Cancer and Virgo. Virgos are very analytical and their personalities mesh. so well with Cancer that it doesn't even matter. Cancers may have to warm up to Virgo a little bit, but this is fire under the ice. This can turn into a secure, comfortable, and affectionate relationship. Cancers can struggle from financial security, and this works perfectly with goal-orientated Virgo. Cancer understands Virgo's very fussy ways, and Virgo helps balance Cancer's moodiness. Cancer depends Virgo for compliments where Virgo needs to protect, and they're both anxious to please each other. And this is probably a nice compatibility here. Now these two, if they go out on a date, they should probably go to something like a bookstore or nature, or go out and to some health food stores. And Virgo is going to like neatness and are classy and elegant, and they don't like rude behavior or offensive language. They want a conversation to have some sort of conclusion and deal in facts and details. And once a Cancer has established confidence in Virgo, they will start nesting for a long-term relationship. Now the Cancer lover is very emotional and caring underneath its tough exterior, while Virgo and Cancer will have to work together to establish lifestyle securities here. And Cancer can be dominant or submissive in the bedroom. And Virgos love sex, and they love a variety of sex. And they're open to new ideas, and Cancer provides these fun suggestions. The sexual duo is passionate and perfect together in the bedroom, and Cancer and Virgo are compatible. They both enjoy everything that seduces the sensual senses, and they're going to be drawn to each other and make almost perfect love. Cancer will love showing a sensual side to Virgo, and Virgo will provide the kinky sex. So these guys are a great love match. This love relationship will be good, but it's going to have to go slow because they both need to make sure that they can trust each other. Cancer is slow to open up, and Virgo has to analyze everything before making a move. These two signs both are warriors. Both Virgo will recognize this in Cancer and be attentive. Cancer can provide support for Virgo while they work through most anything. Now, keeping this relationship going is going to be all about understanding each other's neurotic tendencies. Cancer sometimes can easily get distressed, while Virgo can have a chivalrous streak about them. And Cancer will give Virgo their much desired security, while Virgo's protective instinct will satisfy Cancer's over-dependency. This relationship more likely will end up in marriage. If not, this will be a great friendship. How to spot a Virgo. Virgos tend to have angelic set eyes and extremely high cheekbones. Their body shape, the trunk of the body may be shorter and their arms and legs longer. They have a wide set forehead, and it could even be more oval shaped. Virgos are known for their elegance and grace, and they may have a delicate and refined facial structure, often with very high cheekbones and well-groomed eyebrows. They really pay attention to detail, and this often extends to their physical appearance and dress. Cancer and Libra. This pair operates completely different. They're on different level. Cancer wants love to be emotional, and Libra seeks perfect intellectual communication. Libra may have no sympathy for Cancer's moodiness, and Cancer can be made insecure by Libra's detachment and shallow emotions. And Cancer is too temperamental and possessive for airy Libra. They have a hard time establishing real sexual rapport, and this can be hard for Cancer. And they both have a beautiful home in common. This is what they like. And Libra needs to have parties and outside pleasures, where Cancer is less extravagant and can be critical. And then that's when Libra starts looking elsewhere. Now, Libras are enchanting and happy when they're surrounded by upscale luxury, and they like to go to like French restaurants. And Cancers are a little bit more laid back, where they just want to be comfortable, and they like the luxury, but they're more casual. Cancer and Libra will enjoy antique shopping and going to bistros, and this is natural for them, and they can have fun doing this, and it's guaranteed fun. And their first few dates might be a little bit awkward, because Libra is going to try to draw out Cancer and try to get as much information as they can, and this can make Cancer feel pressured. Now, Cancer isn't as detached and tough as they appear. Actually, they're very, very sensitive. Unfortunately, Cancer might not make the first move. Libra must take the first step. And then soon after trust is established, Cancer will show more of themselves. Now, with Cancer, love will be stable. Cancers have a deep feeling for the past, but want an adventurous lover today. They don't mind possessiveness. It helps them feel secure. If Libra is possessive of Cancer, that is going to make Cancer feel very wanted and loved. Libras are very seductive, and they often speak softly and flirt outrageously. And Libra men are very alluring to women and are often found in the middle of a bunch of suitors. Cancer is sexual, warm, and responsive in the bedroom. And sex with Cancer will be full of variety. And sex with enchanting Libra is sensual and creative. Libra is open to new ideas and may be swept away with Cancer's adventurous sex. Cancer's erogenous zone is the chest, and Libra's is the lower back. And sensuality is heightened in the bedroom with candles and soft music and dim lighting. This love match could be a love match made in heaven, and you could hear wedding bells with this. So this is a good match for you, Cancer. How to spot a Libra. They're very well balanced, symmetrical faces, and they have superb features. They'll usually have full cheekbones, plump lips, and almond-shaped eyes. They have attractive smiles and luscious hair. It's uncommon to find a Libra that doesn't catch your eye with their natural beauty and allure. Cancer and Scorpio. Cancer is sensual and is ignited by Scorpio's dynamic passions. And because Cancer is loyal, Scorpio's jealousy isn't provoked by Cancer's possessiveness. And it's going to actually make Scorpio feel secure. And Cancer admires Scorpio's strength, while Scorpio finds a haven in Cancer's emotional commitment. Both are extremely intuitive signs and sense what will please the other. Together they can build a happy cocoon where they feel safe and loved. This relationship has a great intimacy, intensity, and a lot of depth. Things just get better all the time with these two. Now, Cancers like adventure, but they're more home buddies, and they can be moody and clingy, where Scorpio can be sensitive and fragile. And these two lovers are compatible from the first date forward, and a great love match. Now, if Scorpio wants to make their Cancers happy, a good home cooked meal will make her feel very welcome, and ask about their hobbies and what they do, and to share their daily events with you. Now, Cancer, Scorpio wants to be in control and is very emotionally intense and insightful. This sign wants a committed lover to trust. Scorpios tend to take emotional feelings over the limit. This relationship can be love and marriage, sex and marriage, or sex and goodbye. Scorpios are attracted to intelligent people, and they like a little bit of mystery, and they're very attracted to someone that's very funny and genuine. That also, Scorpios like their mates to be self-sufficient and accomplished. Now, in the bedroom, they have a lot of fun there. They both have exotic ideas. And Cancer is very responsive to Scorpio. And Scorpio is going to experiment, but needs a more sensual approach. So as time goes by, they'll experiment even more. Where Scorpio wants all over caressing and like sensual massages. And this can take Scorpio into an area where they feel very relaxed and they feel that they can trust you. And they can teach one another about sensuality. These two are a perfect match, and Scorpio is going to appreciate the caring and nurturing of Cancer, and Cancer admires the leadership of Scorpio. But these signs do have mood swings, especially Cancer, and they need to leave each other alone and learn more as time progresses. They both have very, very good complementary traits, and this could be a long-lasting relationship. Cancer and Scorpio are very compatible, and this might end up in marriage. How to spot a Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is a fixed water sign and naturally associated with the 8th house of sex, taboo, resurrection, and other people's finances. These very dominant people have a dark aura that is naturally alluring to others, and they either have dark or attractive eyes. Their eyes is a surefire indication that they have some Scorpio placement in their chart. There is a piercing element to that mystical gaze in their eyes. Scorpios can pierce right through your soul just by looking at you. And they're capable of drawing attention to them without even trying. Unlike the other signs, their energy and eyes are enough to do the job. This sign's mantra is I desire, meaning that Scorpio people ooze natural sense of yearning and pleasure. They rule the genitals and expect to feel stimulated by their presence alone. Besides their eyes, they have a well-defined jawline and shoulders, and their clavicles are usually prominent, and their facial structure is angular. As with most Scorpio people, their faces are very similar, all or nothing, one end of the extreme or the other. There is very rarely a Scorpio that you won't leave meeting say, I've never seen someone who looked like that and that striking before, and enticing. They may have shaggy eyebrows, plump lips, and unforgettable noses. And those are all common with Scorpio people. Cancer and Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is super outgoing and intellectual and very imaginative. And Cancer won't feel very secure with Sagittarius. Cancer thinks that Sagittarius won't give them the love that they need. And Cancer is very jealous by Sagittarius's flirtiness and makes Cancer feel like Sagittarius is not trustworthy. And Sagittarius can get bored easily by Cancer's dependency. And Sagittarius likes to wander, while Cancer is more of a stay-at-home person. Cancer likes total togetherness and is committed to that. And that makes Sagittarius feel very desperate to get away from all that, because the crab can be a bit clingy. And Sagittarius can be a little bit outspoken and blunt, and can hurt the very sensitive Cancer. Cancer is very sexual, warm, and responsive to fun playing in the bedroom. And sex is very comfortable for her. She wants to be physical, but wants tender whispers and caressing. While Sagittarius likes to explore sexuality, Cancer will try new things, but you may have to talk her into it. And she needs to feel trust, and she needs to feel safe before anything like this can happen. Cancer will take a risk after she gets comfortable with you. And a relationship between these two lovers can be emotional. Is not a favorable love relationship. Sagittarius may be too much of a tease to provide the sexual admiration Cancer needs. And the sexual problems must be worked out before these two can even think about making it to a long-term relationship. Because Sagittarius will go astray if Cancer gets too clingy. And Cancer will become emotionally hurt by Sagittarius's unresponsive ways. If you want to spot a Sagittarius, Sagittarius is the most attractive zodiac sign. They're number one on the list. That's because they have a muscular torso and they represent strength, grace, and skill. Now, these people are one of the most beautiful people in the world. Now, Sagittarians are very captivating and they can light up any room with their exhilarating tales, infectious laughter, and dynamic charm. They're very magnetic and they easily attract friends and lovers with their humor. Cancer and Capricorn. Now these two signs are opposite of each other and they have an initial sexual attraction. And they can overcome their opposites in temperament. They can make a winning combination. But career-oriented Capricorn has too many interests and hobbies to give Cancer all the attention it needs. And Cancer is shy and sensitive and needs a lot of affection, while Capricorn is more aloof and domineering. And Cancer takes Capricorn's reserve as a personal rebuff and becomes moody and critical. And the differences may prove too great for long-term happiness. Now, these two have a lot to learn from one another in a relationship. Capricorn can feel Cancer's grip. It can be too tight for Capricorn. And the Capricorn fears that this will weaken them by forcing them to connect to their emotions. They can struggle with authority. Now, Capricorn is the father of the zodiac signs, while Cancer holds the position of the mother. Now, these two signs prefer traditional values over contemporary values. And this is going to be an intense relationship. Now, Cancer is much more emotional than Capricorn, but there's still a lot of chemistry. Capricorn needs to lead and live a traditional and orderly life, and home and family issues will be very important in this love match. Capricorn gives Cancer stability and passion. In return, Cancer gives warmth and sincerity. And this relationship is strong and it changes from passion to deep love. And it could become sexier and more solid over time. But this relationship does need a lot of work, and both of you will have to work hard at maintaining any type of relationship. If they really want to be together, they both need to have patience for one another. And Cancer really needs to relax and start feeling sexual to begin with. How to spot a Capricorn. Capricorns naturally have slender bodies and facial features. They have narrow and serious expressions. They have large eyes as well as prominent cheekbones and high eyebrows. With large eyes as well as prominent cheek and brow bones. Capricorns usually can be short to medium in height, and they can have a lanky but strong build. Capricorn people usually are very stoic in their appearance and in their eyes. They're very sharp and piercing. These people are pragmatic and proud and reserved, and they like dark colors, and they like to wear dark tones like brown and with subtle highlights. Cancer and Aquarius. Now, Cancer is very warm in nature and very responsive, while Aquarius is very chilled out. And they have a very cool disposition. And Cancer can be clinging. This makes Aquarius feel like they can't move or do anything. And Aquarius is quick-minded and a lot of times very unpredictable. And they can be impatient with the hesitant Cancer. And Cancer is very thin-skinned and can be hurt by Aquarius's very sarcastic humor. And Cancer doesn't understand Aquarius's detachment. Cancer needs to feel close and secure, where Aquarius is more of a lone wolf. And sex may be okay, but there's not really much going on for the two of these signs. Now, Cancer and Aquarius in the bedroom. Aquarius thinks that sex is an experiment, and Aquarius and Cancer are both willing to take the sexual submissiveness as well as dominating role in the bedroom. And sex will be sensual and erotic without any inhibitions. And Cancer's erogenous zone is the chest, while ankles and legs are Aquarius's. And the sensual experience for these lovers include doing new things in new settings and in new positions. Not very good for a long-term relationship. The initial sex appeal between these lovers will wear off in the long run. And their common bond will also dissipate. Aquarius won't like Cancer's bossy tendencies. And Cancer isn't crazy about surprises and is confused by the quick changes Aquarius makes with no warning. Aquarius is part of the world and feels free from emotional obligations, where Cancer needs more. If you're looking to spot an Aquarius, it's pretty easy because these people are one-offs. These people are eccentric, quirky, and they're very refreshing. And you'll spot them right away because they are sometimes tall and very lean. And many Aquarius females tend to have a tall and lean physique, and they often possess a graceful and slender frame with long limbs, which adds to their overall sense and poise. Their movements are usually fluid and graceful, reflecting their natural affinity for independence and freedom. Now, this couple can be very affectionate, but also sensitive, and they can help each other's ego. Pisces is an imaginative dreamer, and Cancer is an imaginative worker. And together they can make their dreams come true. Pisces provides romance in Cancer's life, and Cancer is the protector. And this is what Pisces needs. And they're both emotional, intensely devoted, and sensitive to each other's moods. So they'll be able to work out this when they become moody. They'll really hit it off in the bedroom. And because they're both responsive sexually, Cancer has to take the lead in this. And Pisces is very willing to be the follower. So this to me is a very, very good match. Cancer and Pisces, they both like fine dining and quiet, private, and romantic moments. Pisces loves the same, but they both have an adventurous streak. And any other quiet times can be spent at home or in romantic restaurants. Now, Cancer is tough to get through at first, and patience is needed as well as building trust. Once Cancer has the security in this relationship, they become softer, friendlier, and Cancer is very intelligent and compassionate, and they look for a strong leader in a love match. And if they can't find that in a love match, then they become the leaders themselves, because they can also be adventurous, and as long as they're in a loving, stable relationship. Now, Pisces is a very creative sign, and they love it when Cancer is creative as well. And this is also in the bedroom. And Cancer can be very responsive and full of vitality when it comes to sex. And they can be very physical, but they want to be caressed, and they want pillow talk. And Pisces provides the seduction Cancer loves. Pisces is physical and loves to role play and be erotic, and they love games. Cancer will try new things as long as they feel secure enough. And Cancer's erogenous zone is the chest, where Pisces is the feet. A nice foot rub will get Pisces going there and get them very relaxed, while Cancer will love it when Pisces has, candles and music and the dim lights. They love doing that, and Cancer loves having that. So this match is very compatible, but there will be some differences between these two signs that they will have to overcome. Cancer is the picture of empathy, and Pisces has great devotion. And this relationship may experience some disagreements, and this will mostly be over Cancer's love of being home all the time, and Pisces' love of wandering, which makes Cancer feel neglected. Because Cancer can become very clingy, and at times Pisces doesn't care for Cancer's mood swings. And another compromise is going to be that Cancer loves money, and Pisces has a more detached view about it. So the compromise is going to be over money, and the other compromise will be over Pisces' detached view. And these two signs can be compatible and can make it, and they can form a strong bond as long as they forgive and forget each other. How to spot a Pisces. Now, Pisces often have a very soft, rounded features and graceful jawline, and they have a gentle curve to their lips, very sensuous lips, and a smooth complexion that radiates a natural glow. They have excellent posture, and they tend to have an elegance and grace about them. Now, Pisceans are very attractive because of their charm. They make others feel special. They are very slinky, sensuous, and move in a hypnotic way. They're very soulful with big eyes that draw you in.